Hello everyone, this is question 6 now on paper 2 from 2023, and let's have a look and see what it says, a vectors question. So let's see whether it's going to be a nice one or a horrible one. So it says relative to a fixed origin O, A is the point with vector 12i, B is the point with position vector 16j, C is the point with position vector 50i add 136j, D is the point with position vector 22i add 24j. Show that AD is parallel to BC. Because we're only dealing with 2D vectors here, I've just drawn a little sketch just to kind of like represent, what it looks like. And from that, we're trying to deduce that this line, BC, is parallel to AD. And you can see from the sketch there, my sort of like rough kind of like sketch, that they do look as though they should be parallel. So let's try and work out how we're going to do that. So I'm going to work out a vector to go from A to D. And then I'm going to work out a vector to go from B to C. So first of all, if I want to go from A to D, now remember they're position vectors, which means relative to the origin, okay? So if I'm going to go, just make sure we're focused here, there we go. If I'm going to go from A to D, I need to go from A to O plus O to D, okay? And that's the same as doing O to D minus O to A. So just like in GCSE vectors, if I want to go from there to there, I need to go from there to there, and then there to there. So that is O to D, and this one is minus O to A. So we've got O to D minus O to A, which is going to be 22, 24 minus 12, 0. So that is 10, 24. Okay. Now, the next one is B to C. So if I want to go from B to C, then I would go from B to O and then from O to C. But that's the same as doing O to C, take away O to B. So O to C, take away O to B is going to be 50, 136 minus, that's a 0 there, 0, 16, which is 50, 120. Now, 50, 120, you can take out a factor of 5 and it gives you 10, 24. And because that means that BC is a scalar multiple of AD. So therefore BC is 5 times AD, so therefore the vectors are parallel, because that's the condition for vectors being parallel, is when they're scalar multiples of each other. Okay, that's part A done. Well, that was quite nice. Right, now let's see what's happening with this next bit. So it says the points A, B, C and D are used to model the vertices of a running track in the shape of a quadrilateral. The runners complete one lap by running along all 4 sides of the track. The lengths of the sides are measured in meters. Given a particular runner takes exactly 5 minutes to complete 2 laps, calculate the average speed of this runner, giving the answer in kilometers per hour. Well, that seems really nice, because that's just going to be speed is distance over time. So all we need to do is work out how far the runner goes. And in order to work out how far the runner goes, we just need to know the length of each side of the quadrilateral, okay? So we can work out the distance. So we're going to work out the length. Now, I've done these calculations here. All I've done here is just literally the calculations to work out the length of each side of that quadrilateral. I'll talk you through the first one, and then you can just like pause the video and watch if you need to, check your other ones. So first of all, let's see, have I done A to B? So A to B, okay, so A to B I've just done is going to be 16 minus 0, and then 0 minus 12. So I've done it the other way around, 12 minus 0 and 0 minus 16, but it doesn't matter which way around you do it. So I've done 12 minus 0 and 0 minus 16. And we're using Pythagoras to find the length. So 12 minus 0 squared add 0 minus 16 squared is going to be our length. So technically I should have put that in brackets like that. Okay, and that gives me the length of AB is 20. So I follow the same process to work out the lengths of all the other sides. And that gives me 26, 130 and 28 root 17 for the lengths of the other sides. Now, speed is distance divided by time. So the total distance, the runner runs 2 laps of this track. So it's going to be 2 lots of all of those added together. And we've got to divide it by the time. Now, I think the only thing to be careful of here is notice the way that it says give your answer in kilometers per hour. And all of these distances are in meters. So we add them all up to find out how many meters for one lap, double it because the runner runs 2 laps, and I've divided by 1,000, okay, to change that into kilometres. It takes this runner 5 minutes to do 2 laps, so therefore we want it in hours, so I need to do 5 divided by 60. So just be careful, we've got to divide by 1,000 and divide by 60 to ensure that our units are correct, okay? So when we work out that gives us, the answer is 6.99 kilometres per hour to 3 significant figures. So it turned out to be quite a nice vector question after all. I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.